From the Northeast Georgia Business RadioX studio, this is Northeast Georgia Business Radio. Welcome back, folks, to another exciting edition of Northeast Georgia Business Radio. I'm your host, Tom Sheldon, and we're coming to you live from the beautiful Empower College and Career Center of Jackson County. I have with me today a remarkable young lady, the owner of 5-Star Painting of Athens, Holly Fuller. Holly, welcome to the Northeast studio.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I'm so excited.
How are you? You doing all right?
I am good. Thank you. It's been beautiful weather this week, and I feel like we are so spoiled right now with this weather. I'm loving it.
It's gonna rain tomorrow.
Right.
I shouldn't say it to someone who paints for a living.
I know. I'm like, we'll hold for that, and then once it dries up, we'll be back to normal. And I know last week we did have those storms, so
yeah.
we were in the midst of that other weather. That's amazing. Thank you. How are you?
I am always well. Thanks for asking. Ooh, we're going to dance. There's music. 5-Star Painting of Athens. I'm going to say you're based in Athens, GA.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
But now you go all over, don't you?
We can do commercial all over the state of Georgia. And for Athens, we hit Winterville. We hit the surrounding areas, Watkinsville, Oconee County, do a lot of work over there, different parts of Athens. And we recently expanded to Lawrenceville. So now we're 5-Star Painting of Athens and Lawrenceville.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice.
We're excited. We acquired that territory probably about 6 or 7 months ago. And now we're in Loganville, South Gwinnett, Lilburn, Lawrenceville, Snellville, all the villes.
You were taking over all of the Northeast Metro and beyond.
Yes.
Something like that. I don't know. It sounded better in my head. I apologize.
It does sound good.
Is it? Yeah, tell you, run with it. Now,
I'm going to run with that.
you do commercial painting. You also do residential, right?
Absolutely.
You do all the above. If it needs paint,
yes,
you're on it.
Absolutely. We say, as long as it doesn't move, we can paint it. I had
That's
a customer one time ask me after we painted her house, can you paint my daughter's car? And I was like, it moves. So technically no, but I do know folks who can. But yes, absolutely. We've painted schools. We've done a lot of work with Athens Clark County School District, painted all the classrooms over at Classic City High School, all the administrative offices, and we hope to do some more painting over there as well. Cleveland Road Elementary School, Gaines Elementary School. So I have a great relationship with the school district and hope to expand to other school districts as well. And we do residential, so many homes we've painted, interior, exterior. We also do wood rot repair. So some folks are like, well, I got some rot going on here. I'm like, we take care of that. We have an excellent carpenter on our team who I call him a magician because he can transform things in ways I didn't even imagine. The customers don't even imagine. So yes, we do that. We do wallpaper installation as well.
People still wallpaper?
It's coming back.
Is it really?
It's coming back with a vengeance. So you'll be surprised. And it's cool again. It's hip again. You have so many different companies that do wallpaper. Sarah Jessica Parker, the actress, she has her own line of wallpaper.
Of course she does.
She's so creative. So she's amazing. So some people use her wallpaper. I mean, it really has come back. We also do wallpaper removal as well. We do drywall repair, pressure washing. I mean, you name it. Like I said, as far as that home repair, we can take care of. We also paint cabinets. So a lot of times customers, they feel like they may have to get brand new cabinets, which is it can be really expensive.
Costs more in the house, yeah.
Is it? Yeah. Yes.
Your most valuable possession in your home is by far your cabinets.
It is.
Forget the jewelry, the whatever. It is your cabinets. Yes, I've been there before.
Yes, they are getting new cabinets, getting that kitchen remodel. Working with realtors, they always say to folks, what people are looking at when you're buying a home or selling a home is the kitchen and the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Those are very high focuses and very high traffic areas. During the holidays, Thanksgiving, you have family all in your home, in your kitchen, in your bathroom. You want things to look good and pristine, be well maintained. So I typically will encourage my customers to see, can we paint these? Can we reface these doors?
Right.
Things of that nature. We actually just started, we as 5-Star Painting, we are franchised, but we are locally owned and operated. So we operate as a small business and we're family owned. My mother and I, a woman-owned business. And so 5-Star Painting has just acquired a partnership with New Doors, NU Doors. And they basically sell new doors for kitchen cabinets. So we get them at a very, very low price.
Nice.
And we can sell them to the customer at that same low price. And we just rehang them and repaint them. So you have new doors, you have your painting, and you can reface your kitchen and have it look totally different if you like. Or we can paint the existing cabinets.
It's like just having a whole new house.
It really is.
You go home, don't even know where you're at. Where am I? Wait a minute. This is my place.
Yes. I tell some customers, especially when they're getting those full interior, full exterior paintings, your house is going to look totally different.
Oh, yeah.
Brick painting is coming back. We paint brick. I just sold a job this morning where the customer has red brick, but it has a lot of stains on the brick. Stains from the 70s.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you get calcium stains, you get all kinds of different stains. Yeah, oh, yeah.
So it would be tough to remove, so she's decided to paint the brick. And I told her that gives her more flexibility and creativity with her colors, because if you paint the brick, you're not limited. She has that classic red brick, which is beautiful. And I understand customers who may not want to paint their brick. Hey, I grew up in a brick townhome that was all red classic. It still is to this day. And I just couldn't see it being painted.
Right.
So I'm going to advise the customer on what's best for them. I'm not trying to like upsell you, trying to be like, oh, I can make more money here. Hey, if you don't want to paint your brick, let's focus on the trim. Let's focus on the areas that are of concern.
Yeah.
But if you do, here are your options.
Well, it's easier to replace trim, too, than repaint the entire brick again.
Exactly.
And I don't know anything. Once you paint that brick, it's painted, right?
It's pretty much
painted.
there. Yeah.
You're not going to have that pretty red anymore.
Because we use a Loxon primer, Sherwin-Williams. We typically use Sherwin-Williams paint. That is our paint of choice, our partner, one of our main partners. With that Loxon primer, it's a very, very strong, durable primer that really helps with brick and keeping that moisture from coming into your house.
Right.
You don't want any moisture coming into your house. So that's a big way to prevent that. And so it's a big decision, but keeping it painted and maintained is recommended.
Once it bonds, it bonds.
Right.
I'm a big fan of painted brick. I really am.
It looks so good.
I love white painted brick or white brick. If you don't have white brick, white painted. I had a house 100 years ago in a former life. I had a white brick house.
It's classic to me.
Loved it. Yeah.
You can't go wrong with white. And then I have a lot of customers who want the black shutters for it to pop.
Exactly.
In that classic cherry red door. I was like, oh, classic Southern, look.
Very Southern.
Yeah, very Southern. I'm a Southern girl. So, hey, I've done so many houses like that, and it's beautiful. Or whatever color the customer wants to go with. But we see a lot of white brick, yes.
How long have you been in this game?
Yeah, so we had our grand opening with the Athens Chamber of Commerce September 6th, 2022. 22. So we started there, but Five Star Painting has been around since 2004. It was started by 2 college kids in Canada who wanted to pay for school up north.
That's a little above Athens.
Yes, exactly. And then we were the Dwyer Group and then purchased by Neighborly. So other Neighborly companies are Rainbow Restoration, who's also in Athens. Been a great mentor to my mother and I. We have Molly Maid. We have Mr. Handyman. We have Window Genie. We have Glass Doctor. So all of those are our sister companies. So if you've ever heard or seen any of those brands, we're all locally owned and operated. And like I said, we operate as small businesses, and many of them are family owned. Maybe it may be a mother and daughter, a son and a dad, a husband and a wife. Typically, we're very, very family oriented.
And local.
And local. We support local businesses. We're part of Kiwanis Club. We read to the students over at Timothy Elementary in Stroud Elementary once a month, which we love doing. We read to all different age groups, kindergarten, mainly kindergarten and first grade. The older kids, they can read on their own typically, but we go in and read to a lot of the younger kids. And we're just really promoting literacy and making sure, we are where we need to be when it comes to those basic skill sets our students need to have.
We're going to take a real quick break, get in a community partner, and I'm going to ask you all about how you got into this. Folks, we'll be right back. One of our greatest community partners, Bottom Line Tax Solutions. Jacqueline and her team at Bottom Line consistently save their clients money in taxes. So ask yourself, are you paying too much in taxes? You probably are. Bottom Line specializes in the 3 P's of income tax: tax preparation, tax planning, and tax problem solving. Visit bottomlinega.com today. And while you're at it, visit our new website, negabrx.com, to see all our new great community partners. Holly, you still there?
I am here.
Good. Yeah, I didn't know if you're going to run out and go paint something, there's a little corner over there on the old Empower Center. I always say how beautiful she is, and she is. But some of that gray's faded a little bit. Just saying, I know
Touch it up.
if I see it, I know you see it. I don't want you judging now, you know.
No.
Oh, that gray is faded out over there in the sun.
No, this is a beautiful, beautiful studio you have.
Thank
I'm
you.
just so impressed. I love it.
Thank you. She is beautiful. See, I'm not lying. All those episodes where I say the beautiful, it really is. See?
It is.
All right. How in the world did you get into all this? You're painting. You own a company now. Two areas. I mean, you're obviously expanding. Something's going right. You don't hate it.
No.
How'd you get into all this?
I love it. So 2020 hit COVID. Everyone's world was turned upside down, right?
Yeah.
Temporarily, thankfully. I lived in California at the time. I'm from Georgia. I'm from Smyrna, Georgia. I grew up in Cobb County. My mother's from Atlanta as well. She grew up in the city of Atlanta and then moved to the suburbs. So 2020 hit. I had a leak at my condo in LA and I had to get a restoration company come in, and basically half of my condo was ripped out and redone.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot about the way procedure needed to be. You know, when you're working in your home, you're working with contractors, you're actually learning a lot. And the average homeowner knows more than they give themselves credit for knowing. So at that time, I was learning a lot of different things, and it was super helpful. And I'm that customer. I'm a picky customer. So I wanted everything to be done right. And I'm putting tape marks places and hey, you got to touch this up. So I am that customer. So I bring that same level of passion and enthusiasm.
Standards. That's a good way to say it. Standards.
Exactly. To my business. I treat your home, your business like it's mine.
Yeah, better than my own. Yeah.
Better than my own. I wanted to be that level, that quality. So that was a starting point. And then my mother worked in finance her whole career, and I came more from the communications side of things, TV broadcast. I worked at Turner Sports in Atlanta for a little while. That was great. But I just wasn't feeling like super fulfilled. After that, I got into the tech world. And again, when COVID hit, everyone had time to sit down and be still and really understand what was going on.
Think about it.
And think about it, see what they wanted to do next. My mother and I had talked about starting our own business for a while, but we knew we didn't necessarily want to start from scratch. We wanted a model that was proven. And we spoke to a franchise consultant, and what her job is to do is to educate you on different franchises that are available, because I think most of us think of food. We think of Subway, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, which are all great franchises. However, we did not want to get into food. We wanted to look
I don't blame you.
Food is tough.
Oh. Have you ever worked in a restaurant?
I have not, and that's another thing.
Wow. As a teenager.
I've always wanted to, though.
Second full-time job as a teenager. Totally miserable.
Well,
learned a lesson quick.
I was going to say, it keeps you on your toes. You learn a lot of just real world experience working with people.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure. And so we were like, okay, we respect that field, and we know that we are not capable of running.
Know your strengths and know your weaknesses.
No, exactly. You got to play on those things. Exactly. So we spoke to a consultant, and she told us about Neighborly, about the different types of home service businesses that are available. We were looking at a cleaning business. We were looking at pets at that time. During COVID, folks were going out and buying dogs and cats, to keep them company, because we were all at home. Some people were getting really lonely, and rightfully so, and wanted that comfort in their home. When we learned about painting, we were like, really? Like, I don't know. We're like, do you see we're women, and we're girly girls. So we're like, does that sound like I don't know. It just wasn't clicking for us right away until we learned more about it. So we do have a team of painters. We handle more of the business side. So I do provide estimates. I do walkthroughs with my customers. I project manage. I pretty much do everything else. I recommend different various types of paints to them. We have a Sherwin-Williams rep in our area who can actually come and look at some of the areas we're painting, especially if it's more of a unique situation. So we have a great partnership with Sherwin-Williams as well. So we have just really, really enjoyed it. That was our way into the home service capabilities, and from there it's just been a huge blessing. Like I said, we treat everything with care, like it's our own, and I think that's just the quality of service we'll always keep. I don't plan on expanding any more than the two areas that we are working with, because I want to keep the quality there. Some companies get so big where the quality lacks. I always want the quality to remain consistent, and if that means staying small to medium, I'm fine with that. Hiring the right folks with our team.
That's the challenge. That
right.
is the challenge. It just is. But you're a people person.
I like to think of myself.
You talk to everybody.
I
You do.
love to make friends. I wasn't always that way. I was very much so an introvert. I went to a performing arts high school. Shout out to Pebblebrook High School in Cobb County, and learned acting, theater, dance. I think that's what helped me to evolve and to get out of my shell. When you have to get up and say a monologue in front of hundreds of people, I mean, that has to help, right?
Oh, it does. And that's great practice.
Great practice.
Every teenager should do that. I'm dead serious.
It is. I'm
dead
agree.
serious.
I am very, yes.
Especially these mini computers we walk around with in our hands all the time.
It's tough.
Yeah.
It would,
Everyone should do public speaking.
it is very critical to this world and everyday life. So I 100% agree, but that is how we got into it. So my mom, with her financial background, helps a lot with the books and managing that side of things, and me with my marketing/communications background, marketing, sales, things of that nature. So we just put those two strengths together, and we work really well together. And some people say don't work with family, but hey, there are certain family members you can work with, and family-owned business is the best business. You think about so many businesses that are out there, they were started with families.
Oh, it can be, yeah. It can be if it's done right.
Exactly.
If everyone plays nicely.
Yes, absolutely. Learn when to turn it on and turn it off.
I want to know some secrets, some juicy stuff.
Okay.
It's 75 degrees a day, and we're not supposed to date a podcast, and we all know that. But spring is about to sprung or something. Seriously, spring is here.
Yes.
Give me some secrets about maybe some sprucing up around the house, inside, outside. Talk to me.
Absolutely. So I know we all grew up hearing spring cleaning. That is so, so, so important. It really is, especially when we're combating things like pollen. Now I know some other states may or may not have pollen. Like, for example, when I lived in California, there was really no pollen. But being here in the South, we deal with that. So you want to make sure that you are potentially pressure washing your home, especially if you just got it painted or have done some things to it, and really just to maintain it in general. And you can do a soft wash, because some folks are scared that if they've recently gotten their house painted, the pressure washing will chip away at their home, which if it's done right, it will not. It will just clean it as well. There's a paint that we're promoting now with Sherwin-Williams called Emerald's Rain Refresh, and that paint actually is a self-wash. So if you use that on your home and it rains, it basically cleans your home. The rain will clean.
Is that crazy expensive compared to conventional paint?
It is a premium paint.
Of course.
But it is worth it.
Okay.
It is worth it. And we always work with our customers on their budget.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. So
But I like that.
It saves money. In the long run, you may pay with the pressure washing. No, it's fascinating.
The idea of paint that cleans itself.
That prevents you needing that. Exactly.
I like that.
So we always want to stay on the cutting edge of what's new and what works, not just like the new shiny object just because it's new and shiny, but the new shiny object that actually brings value to our customers and is tried and true. So I would recommend that. I would recommend if there are areas around your home, the spring brings out, you can see pretty much everything now with the sun shining so brightly. So if there are pieces of wood rot that you just want to fix, that helps. You don't have to get everything done at once. You may want to do things in increments, because if the wood is bad on your home, then you're leaving yourself vulnerable for moisture coming into your home.
Further damage.
I've seen, we have bats in Athens. We have all kinds of.
We have them all over Northeast Georgia.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So many different insects. I work with a number of pest control companies, and they go in these attics and they find things, but they're getting in somewhere, right?
Yep.
Because something is open, something is not being protected. So you want to make sure you do a walkthrough with you, your wife, your husband, your family member, and make sure everything is locked and loaded and tight. So we can come out and replace those things and help with that. Also interior, clean out that closet, help see if there's any damage in your home that you can prevent and help with. We do drywall repair as well. So if there's, different holes inside your home, just make sure everything's nice and protected. You may want to spruce up here and there. I have customers who section off their home and say, hey, we're going to do the living room, the dining room, the kitchen first. We do that, and months later I come back and we do the bedrooms, or however you want to do it, So
you will break it up.
We can break it up. We customize everything for our customers' wants and needs, their budget. That's why so many people like to work with us, because we work with them.
Timing and schedules, though, can be difficult too, because when you want basically the entire inside of your home completely repainted. It's hard to do that all at one time. because you still got to live in it.
It can be. We make it as seamless as possible.
Yeah.
We ask the homeowner, hey, would you like to start with this side of the home? But yes, to your point, it can be a lot. So I'm all for breaking it up however they want to, or starting in a specific side of the home and then migrating to the other side of the home. And then once that side of the home is done, we clean up, everything's back to normal, and now we're working over here, clean up, back to normal. So we pride ourselves on cleaning up daily, and we don't leave a mess in the home. We know you're in there. We don't want to be messy or intrusive, so we try to be as seamless as possible. Work with a lot of businesses. We painted over at Fitness at 5 on Millage. We did their gym, and that's a 24-hour gym.
Yeah.
So we work with their schedule. We went in maybe later in the night and worked, and, when they didn't have as many customers, but we were working around those folks coming in and out the gym. So we really try to make it as seamless as possible.
Very cool. Very cool. You'd have to, I guess, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. We're flexible.
So you and your mama own this.
Yes, sir.
Any encouragement out there for the ladies? You mentioned to me that painting was just not something you pictured yourselves doing.
Never.
And I'm like, yeah, you two can do anything, but, whatever works. But some words of encouragement out there in general?
Absolutely. I love women in construction. There's so many different groups. I believe Athens has a women in construction group. So not being intimidated by what we see is, more male-driven, male-dominated industries. We can help as well. I mean, there's so many women who work with their husbands. So you have that balance of husband and wife. It may be a brother and sister who work together. But please, I just want the ladies out there to feel empowered to do things that are outside of the box. Plumbing is something that's a huge industry. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean you can't go to trade school, become a plumber. You can still acquire all of those things. It means you can be a painter. I have women painters on my team who have families who are mothers, and they paint as well. So I just want women to feel empowered to be business owners if that's what they choose to do, and to get into the trades, get into construction, or any type of business that you're looking to do. You can be a stay-at-home mom and still have a side business, have a side hustle going on where you're doing something you're passionate about. I think that's the most important thing.
Well, let me piggyback on that, because here at the Empower Center, they teach welding.
Oh, wow.
And there are some young ladies being certified here.
Yay.
And it is not too much of a secret. The young ladies are better welders than the young men.
Wow.
But anyway, don't tell them I said that.
Okay, it's a secret.
But it's true. But yeah, they're becoming certified in welding. Welding is one of those industries you can take that anywhere.
It is amazing.
Yeah. But yes.
It is critical too. We need welders. So
we need those trades.
Exactly. Landscaping. I mean, there's so many things you can think of that every day we're looking around and are happening, and we can hang with the guys too at times. So
Yeah, you can.
So just feel empowered. Please, what ladies out there. I had to do the same. This is me telling myself the same thing. I'm saying literally taking my own advice.
Well, Holly, how do the folks get a hold of you? I know you got a website.
Absolutely. Our website is 5-Star Painting, and it's 5 is spelled out FIVESTAR painting.com/Athens. And for our Lawrenceville folks who live in more of the Gwinnett area, it's 5-Star Painting, FIVESTAR.com/Lawrenceville. And you can actually book a free appointment, a free estimate with us. On our website, it shows all of our availability, and it costs nothing, $0 for us to come out and to provide you with an estimate. I have folks who say, hey, I don't want to get this done for 6 months. I'm just trying to get a price, and that's fine. We give them the price and say, this is how much it'll be, just so they can get an idea. So don't feel like you have to be ready to go right now. We always work with our customers' budgets and their schedules. Absolutely. So feel free to get in contact with us there.
Social media?
Social media, we are on Instagram at FSP of Athens. That is our 5-Star Painting of Athens. And then our Lawrenceville is FSP of Lawrenceville. So I'm always posting pictures, things that we're doing in the community. We're very involved with Historic Athens. They're a great nonprofit here in the area, working with those older homes. So like I said, we're very involved in the community. We love the community. We love to give back. We don't ever want to feel like we're just taking from the community, but always reinvesting in our community. That's the way we feel like it should go.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, young lady, if we got it in, we'll get out of here.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, always welcome.
I appreciate it. This was so much fun.
We're going to play music, and then I have to wrap up. Now, there it goes. Holly, thank you.
Thank you.
Folks, 5starpainting.com /Athens or /Lawrenceville. Spelt the 5, FIVE. Holly will have anything but a car painted. If it moves, you're out of luck. But other than that, you're good to go. I'm Tom Sheldon. We'll talk to you soon.